is just as responsible for this as he is.
But as investigators have learned, things among the three seemed cordial until last night, when, according to Eddie, everything shifted after they began partying and playing an unusual game.
We started taking shots of gin.
How many shots did y'all take? I mean, did you polish off a bottle or just take a couple?
We had like 4 shots each.
Okay.
It was like one of the bigger Master Jam gin bottles. And we just took that. And we also took a couple of dabs. You know dabs, right?
Well, you tell me, just so we're on the same page.
It's like a THC wax, and they get it really hot and inhale it. Yeah.
Okay. So y'all were sitting around doing that. How were things going at first?
At first, we were playing. It was pretty weird. We were playing on a Ouija board.
Playing on a Ouija board?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Anthony was talking about how he wants to summon a demon into the house, even though he thinks the house is full of good spirits, and summoned a named Zozo or whatever. He was like begging for Zozo to come and like, be there, and the thing moved to where he wasn't going to be there. Like, they said no. And I asked it a couple things and got some interesting answers.
After attempting a demonic summoning through the Ouija board, they turned on some music, and sometime after midnight, Eddie says that Haley came to him with a proposition.
Haley comes on to me, wants me to have sex with her, right in front of him, and he's sitting like right there, like on the corner, at that distance from the bed. And
so whose room are you in now?
we're in ours, and he's just in there.
However, Eddie's version of what happened doesn't quite align with what Haley told an officer at the crime scene.
I don't know, like, he just got too up tonight or just lost it or what.
And he wasn't doing anything besides smoking weed and drinking gin?
No.
Okay.
And it was their plan. Like, I went in on it, because I didn't even,
So, do he and Anthony get along?
Yeah.
Is their plan to have this sexual encounter with all of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was really drunk, so I couldn't work anything up for some reason. I get that drunk sometimes. I can't. My body just goes numb. And I have
So you couldn't get hard?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So what happens next?
She starts trying to get me somewhere. It's not working. We start messing around, and then Anthony starts coming up, rubbing mine and her feet. And just, I don't know, like, it made me feel uncomfortable, but, I was already uncomfortable. So It just, like, added to it, and I don't know, I started feeling a deep anger inside of me. Just building. And, like, after a while, I literally took a step in the bathroom. Light wasn't on. And all I can think in my head, as soon as I walk in that bathroom, is, like, literally I went to find a knife and then lost it.
Eddie then left the bathroom and retrieved a small folding knife from the living room mantel above the fireplace.
And then obviously you went back to the bedroom.
Right. And
did you say anything to them?
No. I actually kind of did this pretty sneaky. And that's what I feel bad about, is I was pretty sadistic about it. I took the knife and I literally hid it between my ass cheeks. So no one would see me walking in.
You were completely naked at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
And sure enough, when I sat down, I moved it to where I could easily grab it. And then I said, well, since you guys are doing this right here, you might as well change the view, And I got him to turn around where Anthony's back was facing me.
So how were they when you walked in?
They were facing me on the bed when I was sitting like this on the bed when I laid down and hid the knife. And then I picked up my phone and... Not my phone, I picked up her phone because they said turn a light on. And I turned the light on and used that as a distraction.
The light on the phone?
Mm-hmm. And I just did what I never thought I would do, ever. It was when I came back in the room taking a piss.
Mm-hmm.
And I see him now giving telling me to join in, knowing that I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it was, but just seeing that and thinking about like just everything else adding up, I felt like nothing mattered. And like literally, I said, "F it," and I feel bad about it now. Like I feel remorse now. I genuinely miss Anthony because he was an alright friend. I don't know what drove me to take his life. I couldn't stop. Like, because I used to go hunting, so I know the feeling of taking life. I used like whenever we get a deer, the dog would go fetch it, and it wasn't quite dead. When you shoot it with a shotgun, brings it back. I had to snap the necks of them, and that actually gave me a rush. It was pretty gnarly. I haven't gone hunting in so long.
Did this give you a rush while you were doing it?
It was like very short-lived
Yeah.
because when I stabbed it,
So you
I
had,
literally like I had no idea. I just lost control and I gained it all back. That's when it was too late.
At the scene, Haley described what happened just as Eddie began his vicious assault on Anthony.
And he was telling Aaron, then he was telling Eddie to stop, that he was hurt, that he's really hurt. And
How many times do you think he stabbed him?
Oh God, so much. Probably before I thought he was like punching him at first. It was probably 15, 16 times between the back and the chest. I could literally hear each of the holes like gasping for breath in his lungs. Like,
How big is the knife?
probably about 4 inches. It was a utility silver knife. It was kind of boxy.
Was it like a 4-inch long blade?
Yeah.
The folding utility knife was recovered at the crime scene, its blade and handle stained with Anthony's blood.
did you say anything to him?
No. Well, I think I said some words out of fury, but it wasn't any like rational words. It was probably just anger.
What did he say?
First thing he said was, "Please stop. We can talk about this."
What about Haley? What was she doing?
She just kept saying, "You're scaring me. You're scaring me."
It's just like a light switch.
Okay.
It was the scariest thing I ever saw. And then he pinned me on the bed. He said, "You're gonna go. We're gonna go." I'm like, "No. Why
If
would you do
you say that again?
He pinned me on the bed and said, "We're gonna go," and I said, "No."
The 911 call captured Eddie's desperate plea alongside Haley's frantic response.
So he tried to force you to go? Was he holding you at knife point when that happened?
No, he threw it on the bed.
He didn't have the knife.
No, he threw it on the bed. And he said, "He can't do this to me." And I said, "I got to." And I jumped down off the bed, away from his grasp, and started grabbing Anthony, and he started getting dressed. He said, "You gotta get me out of here. You gotta hide me." I'm like, "I'm not gonna hide you. I gotta make sure it's okay."
Remember what you said to her?
Yeah. I think
What'd you say?
I said something along the lines of, "You have to help me. I can't go to jail."
Did she agree to help you?
No. I knew she wasn't going to.
Was Haley a part of this at all?
No. I think she knew it was up, though. In a
At
way.
what point?
Well, she told me I sometimes have these like swings, mood swings, not really mood swings, but like just episodes where I'll like, I just shift. It's like they psychologically just shift, and I'm just like, that's the me that doesn't give a, kind of thing. And she can tell like when I'm being sadistic, just in like the way I talk and the things that I say as opposed to how I normally talk. And she knew because I was hinting at it, but I wasn't like being direct with it. I was kind of like smiling and laughing at her in a really f***ed up way, and like at that point, I just lost all.
She said you started doing that before you left the room to go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's because I think I was thinking about it at that time.
You were thinking that you were going to go get a knife?
Mm-hmm.
That was before you went pee, though.
Yeah.
In the story you just told.
No, it's not.
She said
They
when
were-
you were still there, you had a look.
Yeah. And then when they started having sex when I came back, that's when I got the knife and then made another trip. I actually don't remember it fully and in like all the right sequence, so
Sure.
I'm not lying, I'm just
No,
like,
no. You said you started thinking about it and you got that look, and that's when she knew. And she said that you had a weird look before you ever even went to the bathroom. And so I'm just wondering if, when you're in the room before you went to the bathroom, if you started thinking about this, or if it was really when you came back from the bathroom. And
I think I started in the room. I was thinking about it. Oh, now I'm like thinking all the way back. Like the premeditation started right there in the room.
before you even went to the bathroom.
Right.
Okay.
As the detective digs for any prior history of violence, Eddie suddenly drops an unexpected bombshell about Haley.
Anything physical between you and him ever before this?
No.
No fighting at all?
Mm-mm. He never...
How was you and Haley's relationship? Because obviously, I can only imagine the stress that would put on.
Well, our relationship was pretty rocky for a while. Like, not too rocky. Like, we genuinely love each other. At least I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Even if whatever happens, you know, and I honestly feel like we have a kid on the way.
You do? She's pregnant? I did not know that. What do you want me to tell Haley?
It's just a lot. Is it possible if I can write her down a letter or something?
Absolutely.
I'd rather just do that.
Once Eddie is left alone, he will soon resume talking to himself, spilling raw and unsettling thoughts into the empty room. Before stepping away to let him write, the detective answers one final urgent question about Eddie's legal fate.
Am I doing life?
I can't answer that. I can tell you I have been doing this a long time, and with the exception of like third strike cases, I have not had a life case.
Really?
Yes.
I literally thought, like, if you kill someone, you do life. Like, I thought it was that serious.
You would think so, but no, it's not how our criminal justice system works. So.
After assuring Eddie that Haley will receive his letter, the detective leaves him alone to write. As he begins, he breaks down, consumed by the lasting consequences of his actions.
I'm not gonna see you for a while. I'm supposed to be a dad. I'll never love you again. I really hope I'm out of here in 9 months. I hope I can do the same thing I had to go through. Why did I follow my dad's footsteps?
Finished with his letter, someone returns to collect the pen. Once again left with only his thoughts, Eddie considers his plans for the future and reflects on a horrifying night that will haunt him forever.
I do the time I get out. I try to go back for her. Her system's weird now. I can actually get out of this very easily. I'm crying. Most of my fluid's out. I gotta stop crying. Got that sound like a just gotta play it smooth all the way through. Eventually, find a way. Yeah, I killed a man. Stabbed him like 8 times. He was raping my girlfriend. He got her drunk so he could rape her. To me, too. Thinking I was just gonna let it happen. You know, that's just me trying to justify it, though. I know what I did was wrong. I know I have blood on my hands. Like, literally. But, at least in my own head, I know what I felt like I did what was right. It's just, I can't bring myself to think that was right. I could beat his ass. That's what I should have done. This wouldn't even have been a situation if I just beat the out of him. What the Why, Eddie? Why did you push yourself so far? You bottle up all your emotion. It wasn't worth it. You didn't have to stab him. I wonder if I can find out more about this law system. try to get out early on good behavior or something. So I'll do whatever it takes. I just need to get back home to my lady and my child. That's all I want. I'm coming back home to you, baby. I'm coming back home. Yeah, he thought it was good vibes I was sending out, but really, he took my vibes and killed them. And then I did the same.
25-year-old Anthony Brine suffered from a total of 20 separate stab wounds, including 14 to the chest and abdomen, 5 to the back, and 1 to the right arm. After investigators executed a search warrant to collect photographs, DNA, and his clothing, 19-year-old Edward Eddie Martinez was taken to jail. He was formally charged with first-degree premeditated murder and, following a trial in April 2023, was found guilty and sentenced to 27 years in prison. Although he filed an appeal in February 2025, the Court of Appeals upheld both his conviction and his sentence. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube also include early access to select new videos.